I have weird lighting going on here. Okay, so I'm nervous, but we're going to try this. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it for everybody. And what am I trying? It's from an upcoming book. Book 1 is Artsy Fartsy. I have it right here on Amazon. And book 2 is in the works. For some reason, book 3 just started making itself rapidly. So I'm working on that one. And this is a page from the Artsy Fartsy 3 book. Now, I'm so excited because I am able to do this on my favorite paper, which is Creative Space paper, because I published that one I don't have. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Get it. All right. I created this book. It's at cost on Amazon. It's $5. $5, mostly because I buy it because I wanted this paper. I wanted the paper to print out on my printer what I sell and what I wanted to practice and see how is it going to look. So it made sense. The back is totally blank. I took the paper out and cut it. Didn't do that at first, but I highly recommend you cut off the ragged edge and then feed it into your printer if you really love this paper. And I needed it. So this book, not really big, but $5 for the paper. And I love this paper. And this paper works out really great with crayon. So normally I have been coloring with crayons, but I really wanted to try this donut. And I've never colored a donut before. Okay, so here's what it looks like at the end. And I'm going to put it beside or next to me and try very hard to get it right a second time. So I made this available. It's all over Facebook, free. Yours has a little bit of the title of the book on it because nothing is totally free. That way you maybe will come back and buy the book because it's deliciously cute. All right, and before we begin, before we start here, I am going to show you a few pages in this book. I do vertical and then horizontal, and this is Cupcakes Fat and Squishy. So cute book. Here are the cupcakes, not fat and squishy, because my books are all about really playing with imagery as well. So here we have 3 tasty little cupcakes. Then we have my sweet tweet bird, sweet tweet in his nest, framed in. This book actually features, it came from an idea that I had when I was doodling. And I just started making things that would hang like, on a wall. Strange and unusual, but pretty. So here's Sweet Treat colored, Sweet Tweet. Then there's this really pretty little flower in a box. This is available all over the place and definitely in the D. McDonald Designs Coloring Club because I'm looking for people that I feature on the front cover. So this is available for free. And if you color this, I will be sending you other pages that I think will fit on the cover. And that's the D. McDonald Designs Coloring Club. I was going to have a link. I don't have that. But it's easy enough to find, really. Type in the search D. McDonald Designs Coloring Club, and you will find your chance to have your name placed on what you colored on a cover, which is really cool. I think there's going to be 6 pages on the cover colored by others. I mean, I could put this on, and if not enough people participate, this will be on the front cover because it's pretty. All right, let's get right into this. Good evening. Good evening to you. I have one person so far. I just, not a lot of people are really able to find their way around YouTube. I'm discovering it. I've been using it for a long time, but there's things I learned. Like if you click on the person's name or whatever you're following and you like, there's a play all, and you don't have to get a whole lot of other stuff or go shop around for it. It's just all one right after another. How nice is that? So I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. So please subscribe, share, like, even if you don't, Just be kind. What does it take to like something? Not much, but it matters in the big picture of something. I don't know. And it does make me feel good. All right, I'm going to be lowering my lid when I do this. My camera's on the top of my laptop. That's what I use. I don't have a big fancy setup. So what I used was the Prisma Premier, my favorite color to start with, which is processed red. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to find the other page. Nothing on it. There we go. And I'm going to just slowly do this one, but not the whole thing, because this is going to take quite a long time if I do every little step. So I'm probably going to focus on the pink one. I take the processed red. I look at the frosting, and I follow the black line and just trace along it. Follow as if you were on the road again, and just put your nice pink in there. Now I'm going to be putting some red in there as well, so this can be kind of thick. I chose the Prisma Premier pencils, and you could use any pencil, because I knew that I could blend with them. I'm rather now familiar with how they work, and I really wanted to see if I could do a donut, a glazed frosted donut. I just wasn't sure, and I was really excited when it turned out beautifully. Okay, now coloring upside down, not the easiest thing. So I think I'm following the frosting line here, up at the top. And that's all you do for step one. Take your darkest color, or not the darkest. There's 3 shades. If you're going to use purples, find 3 shades of purple. Blue, 3 shades of blue. Leave your donut. Now, I did start with coloring the donut part first, the brown part. And my favorite color actually turned out to be, I like this color for the donut. Let's get this back. I kind of like the golden donut. I liked all of them, and I played around, but I like that golden. It was sort of happy. So I'm going to pick the happy golden rod, and just so I can follow along what I'm doing. And crayon does work really nice as well, but it won't blend as nicely. If you really want the ultimate delicious looking donut, this is probably the way to go. So I'm just putting a nice even layer of goldenrod Prisma Premier pencil down. You can use any shade of a golden hue to get that light colored donut base, because the frosting is oozing on down over it. Yeah, lots of calories in here, but you're coloring. So we want, and I'm going to have to turn this for a second. Wait a minute. No, I don't. I know what I can do. I can put it right here. Right here. Where am I? Right there. And that way I can follow. This is part of the donut, because it is difficult to do this upside down. Okay, and then this is part of the donut that isn't frosted, the unfrosted part of the donut. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots of that. Okay, so that would be about. I'm going to go with a dark color. I'll go with dark brown. Dark brown was pretty doggone brown, though. Let's see what else I have here. Well, I'm getting into my others. All right, let's try dark brown. A little tiny bit of dark brown. Now I'm using a very, very light, gentle touch, because I just want to blend in a little bit of darkness in there. Doing the actual brown part of the donut is the easiest part. In order to make your donut look absolutely outstanding, it does take some time. Sure does. So, add patience. Slow it down. Then I'm going to blend it back in with the goldenrod for my layering. layering and layering and going right over that brown and smearing it on into the paper. This is not fancy cardstock. This is Create Space paper out of my $5 Make Your Own Damn book because they just weren't working with me, and I lost my temper, and I just typed in Make Your Own Damn Book, and sure enough, lo and behold, it all went through. It went through the way I didn't want it to go through, and you know what? Someone else has bought some of it because maybe somebody wanted to make their own damn book or just thought it was humorous for $5 to give as a gift. Here, make your own damn book. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. But it really is on Amazon for me. I own 5 copies because I really wanted the paper. And then one of them I'm using to just, doodle in. And then all my doodles are in one place, which actually is rather cool. So that's never happened before. They're all over. Okay, so now I have an idea of where my brown golden donut is. So now I can continue on with, let's put this guy next door. The pinks. I still have some pink to do. I'm going back with the dark. Where are you, you little guy rolled over? Because I never have anything level. All right, so I'm back with the processed red. Now watching what I had done and continuing along the lines. So my nice, bright, happy. It says it's processed red. I don't know what that means. All I know is it's a really nice shade of pink, if you ask me. Kind of a wild strawberry pink. I like it. It's one of my very favorite, and that's why it's so small. It's also why I've started using crayon a lot more and then putting my prismas on top. But for this, I'm going to demonstrate what you can do with the prisma, or what a person who's not totally gifted. All right, now I'm going to move to a new shade of pinks and reds, and I'm going to be picking out pink. It's just pink. That's right. Some pink. And I'm going to run that pink now along the processed red line. That's why I didn't stop. I just go hand in hand with that. Where it doesn't quite fit, that's okay, because I'm going to be at some point grabbing the white Prisma pencil to start blending it all in. So I'm following along, going right over the processed red and bringing that color in to my, oh, look what I forgot. Sure did. Forgot to put the processed red in there. This is all important. Yep. So then you pick it back up and go, oh, better do that step. Finish your steps. Finish your stops. Okay, so now I can go back to the pink again. Work it in. Kind of lightly, kind of not lightly. I turn to press. Just do. Okay, along in here, all wherever I see that hot pink, that's where I'm going to add some light pink. Play around with some of my corners and edges. And look, I missed another spot. Ah, so good at that. So over here, it should have been some more there because that's actually a frosting line. And then a little bit of that pink. Then the next pink is such a pale pink. I'm working from the, I don't know, I have a lot of different sets of prismas. This is called Deco Pink. It is almost white. It is the lightest shade of pink I could find. This would also be a very good place where if you don't have Deco Pink, but you have the other ones because they come in many of the Prisma sets, including the Prisma Manga set, which is, I like. Just nice colors in there. But you could jump over to a Crazart or a Crayola pink, a light pink, because you don't want too much color in there. And then I'm just going to take that really light pink And chances are you probably won't even see this, but I'm lightly sticking it in here and there, leaving white, leaving some of that white frosting, but filling in with a little bit of the light pale pink in spots. So there we go with, I haven't done the white pencil part. That's where it all really comes together. Now I used, let's go back over there and review. I use a nice dark red color for all of these little sprinkly things. So back I go to a dark red. And I'm going to use pomegranate. I'm going to put some on the outside of these little candy things. What I tried to do with the first donut is I colored everything, and then I went back and tried to use my white paint marker to put a little white highlight in, and I realized that it would have just been easier to have left a little bit of white so that it looks like my candy is glistening. So there's no order to this. You just go with it. Just add a little bit of the darkest color because I'm going to come along with my lighter shades, but I'm just tossing in some of the dark, and I do want to go along the outer edge, but not the whole thing. You don't go crazy and outline all of it. Just put snippets of dark color toward the outside so that it looks like it's popping up off of your beautiful, overly caloric, fattening as hell donut. But oh, these would be delicious. They really would. Okay, and then I'll pass along another thing I did, because I've got this little saucepan of vegetable oil for making just a few French fries, making a few of this, a little bit of that, a little whatever. And I've been experimenting. You pop a raw egg in. Oh, is it delicious? I deep fried just plain old white bread. That was pretty doggone good. Then toaster strudel was on sale. Well, I'm all in on a sale. So I bought some toaster strudel, cherry, some kind of red with cream cheese in it. And my oil was at a nice cook your hand heat level. And so I went in the freezer and I grabbed one and thought, worst comes to worst, it'll be bad. And I'll be like, well, I won't do that again. But as it turned out, those little cheap, well, not that cheap, but they were 3 boxes for $5. That wasn't bad. So I deep fried it. Oh, if that wasn't crunchy and delicious and pastry good. So just passing that on. If you should have your little, I'm deep frying something, and I don't use a deep fryer. I just have a little tiny saucepan. It takes very little oil, and it works out really nice. But wow, that was tasty. Okay, now I need that light pink again. What color pink are you? I think rose pink. Yeah, let's try rose. And I'm going to now take a little bit of that, and this is the itsy bitsy stuff. I'm going to put just a little here, a little there, leaving some of the white in these sugar crystals, allowing a little white in there. I do a side, I do a here, I'm going to do a little more over there, some over here. I don't know what's going on there, so I'm just going to color that in. Placing the pink, rose pink. So you want to get a couple different shades of the color that you're doing your donut in. I'm doing my donut with Deb. I'm going to come in here and blend it a little more. Blend it. Don't go crazy though, because the white's going to really do a great, amazing thing. Now I'm looking at it going, you know what? I need a little more darkness over here in this little crystal. A little bit over there. A little over there. What I love about coloring is it can be very relaxing, but it can also be very mentally challenging. And you start focusing on it, and the rest of your world is somewhere else. So it's therapeutically a great, wonderful escape. And yet it's rewarding. Even if it doesn't turn out that good, you're still like, I did a pretty good job. Yeah. In the beginning, I thought I colored really well. And then I look back and go, wow, that was not so good. Okay. So hold it. Whoops. I lost my. Look at all of the people joining in. Where are they? How hard is this? This is really tough to grow your YouTube following. And I don't know how in the world. It's not like I can invite people. I don't know exactly what I'm doing here. So I need a lot of help. I need a lot of promotion. If you should see this later on, please, please, please share, 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 and figure out how this is. And then revisit and realize you don't have to watch me live. Chances are I'm not conversating. I've lived in the South a long time. I'm not conversating. I'm demonstrating. Demonstrating. Okay, so they do have where you can schedule these. And if I lived a kind of life where I could schedule anything, I would. But, I'd feel terrible if something comes up, and something can always come up in my world. It's been coming up a lot. So I don't feel comfortable saying, oh, yeah, we'll be doing this. Okay, so here we have the beginning of this donut. But I've taken you through it as slowly as I can. I'm not doing fancy stuff. I'm not going to fast forward with the music. I don't like that. It annoys me. So I'm trying to keep it nice and simple because that's the way I think most people learn better. I am a former teacher, so I have plenty of experience with that. Not coloring, but you know what? You apply it. Okay, so I've gone through these steps. We used, to review, we used a pomegranate, we used the processed red, we used rose pink, we used every kind of shade of pink there is. I did the unfrosted part of the donut. Now I'm going to move into the very last step, really, and then you go play. And that is the Prisma white pencil. What I love about the Prisma pencil company here, which they're a little outrageous. They are. I own the 150 sets, 2 of them, and then I own all kinds of tins because there's some of them I have my favorite colors in. And I'm done. I'm all done. When these are gone, they're gone, and they should last me a lifetime since I'm 61 years old. But you can purchase the white pencil only, which is a wonderful pencil, separately. It comes in a box like this. And I still haven't looked up the price, but for me to own it, it just means that I felt it wasn't that bad of a deal. So now you're going to take that Prisma white, and this is where the magic happens. And you start to go in a nice circular motion, and you start moving around and picking up all of the colors you've thickly laid down. And what this will do is give your donut a really beautifully soft, flowing, blended together look. And if you overblend and you move too much of the color out, then you go back after doing the white part and you go back to your bold and beautiful colors, like the red, like the processed red, the pomegranate that I used, in any of the color combinations. So that's that little trick step, is to use that white pencil and just pull it all across. I'm going to leave a little bit uncolored in here, but I'm working my way around and slowly moving the color in. And pretty much, I believe that's about it. I don't think I overdid it this time. But just to show you, if you do go back now, I have the process red, and if I pull that in one more time, it's going to really pop out that color a little. You know what? That does make a difference. So you probably do, after you use the white, want to come back and add some of the bold over what you blended together. Because the white will subdue your color a little bit. And then once again, this you just keep playing, keep working it. There, pretty good, huh? All right, let's lift it up. Say hello again. Hello, everybody, and here we are. Donut number 1, using the shades of pink. Pink. So I like the blue. I did the blue over there. I don't want to do more. Was that enough? That was enough. That's enough. Otherwise, they get to be too long. I'm going to stop, which is really hard for me to do. But I think if you can apply that to anything now. But really quickly, I'm not doing the donut. I'm not doing a donut. But I am going to now. I did the, I used True Blue. And here I'm going to just show you quickly that I'm going to transfer from the blue, from the Prisma people, to a Crayola sky blue. So you can work with what you have. And look at how beautiful that is. Let's get it up there, Deb. Bring it over here. All right. Point. There we go. So I've already put the Prisma True Blue down, which is one of my very favorite shades of blues. Cerulean and Prisma Blue. Prisma True Blue. Very nice to work with if you're looking for blue. So this would be my blue donut, just like I did with the pink, going from a dark shade over to a lighter shade. And I can see where I didn't get it all. Yeah, this part of my, no, that's the brown part. That's right. That's where it's brown. No, I'm all right. Hey, I'm okay. I got it. All right. Wow, this is actually really a nice, beautiful pencil. Oh, Crayola. I'm looking at it again going, are you sure this is Crayola? It sure says Crayola on it. I'm telling you, people. I know, I know, but I'm not alone going, after you've spent a small fortune on fancy pencils, you come back to where you could afford to go in the first place and say, you know what? These do a pretty good job. Why am I spending so much money on this? I just color for the joy. It's not like I'm selling my beautifully colored pages anywhere. It's a hobby. So keep your hobby economical. And I'm pretty impressed with the way this is coloring. So I'm going to go very lightly now. Very light. Not putting very much pressure on it. And I'm just going to place a little lightness of the blue like I did with the pink. And if I do a green, same thing. You use a little lighter shade in there. And you're going to get beautiful results and a really nice looking donut. A beautiful donut. And I would highly recommend that, if you're coloring face up, that's a little bit easier. I'm going to do the goldenrod Prisma for the unfrosted part, since this is turning out so nice. That's part of it right over here. And then I would use a dark brown and pull that in there. All right, this part's not frosted, so that you can see how pretty that is. And then grab that white and just start blending all of that together to soften all of it. and work it into my paper and all around my coloring. It's the magic of the white Prisma pencil at the end that will give your beautifully frosted donut a glow. A glow. What did I use for I used lime green for the crystals. The sugar extra stuff, because this donut doesn't have enough sweet to it. No, we have to have some extra sweets. I haven't put any there. And so then I used shades of green. So just like I did with the other one, I would put the green, different shades of green, light and dark, using the dark green or the blue even. Yep, I used the blue. I went back to the true blue to highlight a little bit of green, just wherever in there. And the trick was, this is an important part. I'm going back to the true blue. I should really sharpen it. Terrible at taking the time to put a point on anything, but this is where you would like to have a nice sharp point. And then you go along the outside of the little sugar crystals, and you just put a little bit towards the bottom or the side, but not all the way around. Just a little bit to make it pop out. It's all an illusion. Just like snow isn't blue, but we use shades of light blue to make it look like snow. Okay, over here would be a glop of a sugar crystal. So I'm going to put that in there. And then I would grab a darker shade of green. I say this constantly. Where is that dark shade of green? There he is. He's getting smaller. And that would be your other step, is then to take your darkest shade of whatever you've made your colorful crystals out of and put a tiny bit of that in also. Little bit there. I forgot all of these down here. Missed those. Totally missed them. It's the same donut 4 times, but you're going to be amazed at how many times you go, wait a minute, I've already done this donut. How can I forget that again? Yeah, I did. You might too. All right, back to pulling that white through there again. I'm pretty happy with this upside down. It'll look different when I flip it around and go, oh, I have to add a little more. But I'm coming back now with the true blue, which is my dark shade, and going along the lines again after taking the white and spreading everything out. And then I would really get gutsy and look for just a fairly darker shade of blue. And this is where you're going to you're going to make it or break it. All right, so let's see what I have in here. What do I have in my little itty bitties? This is the easiest way to see it. Oh, that looks pretty dark. What are you? China blue. Yeah, China blue is dark. Okay, so one more time down here. And this is where, like I used the red in the pink donut, I would take my darkest shade, but not a whole lot of it, and just use it sparingly. Just put a tiny bit, not everywhere, just a little bit of that very dark shade of whatever you're coloring, whatever choices you made. And that will really, now in here, I think I want it all the way because this is where the donut round part is. Pretty good. All right, I'm done. I've showed, we did 2. 2 is good. Yeah, 2 is good. Okay, so here is what I did last night. This is shades of lime green, shades of pink, shades of purple, and shades of blue. Pretty cool. Then tonight, during the how-to, we started with, this is a teaching always review. I taught teachers too, okay? Here we did the donut in the pinks, step by step, took you right straight through it, so you can always watch later. And then I still have a ways to go on this. I can see the blue needs a little more smoothing in there, but it's still good. And I would put some more brown in the donut and keep working on my donuts. Free page available in the D. McDonald Designs Coloring Club and in many coloring clubs all across Facebook. I shared the donuts. And I am looking for cover artists because I just find it to be very nice. I like to feature others and have their name appear on the cover, because how often do you get your name on the cover of the Rolling Stones? But you could be on the cover of a D. McDonald Designs coloring book. Yes, you can. And you don't have to color like a professional artist. Oh no, I know when I see it and I go, oh, that's it. I like to show what the common man, the common girl, the common woman can do. So watch for those. The book is going to be called Artsy Fart D. McDonald Designs, because there are artsy fartsy books out there. D. McDonald Designs Artsy Fartsy Adult Coloring Book 3. 2 is, I'm working on it. 3 is just about done. I have all kinds of projects going on. However, these are available. This one, they're all going to be changed around. Don't panic about anything. Just color it nicely and share it in my club, and it'll either get chosen or not. You can't pay me to put your page on the cover. It's just something I look at and go, that works. That's it. So we never know what it's going to be. It's going to be a fascinating book. It's not all about cupcakes. There are flowers and birds and all kinds of things, but predominantly it features the scrolly curtain rod configuration that is just very different. Very, very different. And the pages are going to run vertically, horizontal, landscape layout. Lots of black ink. But I don't print out black ink because I am frugal. I am definitely a frugal person. So I buy the book and then I enjoy the black pages because they're gorgeous in black. So you get them on white, you get them on black. You're going to get them this way and you're going to get them that way. You're going to get them side by side too. I put this one, turned it, and there's one here and one there. Totally different. Look at that. I'm just so into this. I watch other people too and go, you people with your talking hands. Okay. So thank you for joining. Share, please subscribe. Watch my other how-tos where I do show the crayons. And I thank you all for joining in. And if you can, buy a book. They are available on Deborah L. McDonald, just DEBORAHL McDonald. And there's my author page with many, 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 many choices. And there's also a live look inside the book thing. So if you're interested and you say, I'd like to see what's in the book before I buy it, then become a member of my club. That's the best way to do it because others will also help you. I have just the nicest people that purchase my designs, and they will also, if I'm not around or I miss it for some reason, I have people that are always watching and going, okay, we can direct you to where to find the look inside the book, because I've got quite a few of them, but I'm working on Christmas right now. Got to get those done, and then slowly but surely, all 100 and some books, whatever it is, I don't count them. I don't know how many I've made. I really honestly have no clue. What do I care? I just keep cranking them out like kids. Crank them out. Yeah, and I want to explain this. Look at this. Is that like whatever? Okay, the problem is I had to cover up. My daughter gave me this, and she knows that I bleach, and I'm always getting an artists are often full of stuff, and so there's some spots. So look, I just took this other scarfy thing she gave me, tied it around my neck, and created a lovely. What is she wearing? Where am I sitting? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, just play with it. Whatever. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, thanks. Bye. Good night. Oh, wait, I gotta hold something up. Gotta hold something up to the camera while I answer all of their "Are you done?" questions, because I give you a whole lot of questions. We'll share to Facebook. Thank you. Share it to your page too. You know, people will watch strange things. Yeah. Or just even this. This is what I did to help others, because I'm always helping others, never myself. But when I was helping somebody else reach their goal of they needed hundreds and thousands of subscribers, I just said to my friends on mine, please, this person's trying, whether you're interested in this or not, you don't have to actually whatever. Just click on it, subscribe, give her a thumbs up. And if you scroll all the way to the end and you stop, let it stop, they get a view. You don't have to watch the whole bloody thing. I learned that by watching that funny lady that's on my homepage, and she's just cracks me up. Robinson somebody. She's funny and I enjoy her. She's 60-some years old and she just cracks me up. But she was saying that when she first started to grow her YouTube, she was caught by her marketing director sitting in her hotel room watching, and then the marketing director said, you can just turn it on and then slide the scroll bar to the end and you'll get credit for watching if you're trying to actually watch 15,000 times to get your numbers up. So you can use that trick too. Yeah. And stream until they figure that one out. I don't think they care. They've got bigger things to worry about, like more money.